Let me show you Africa as an entrepreneur. Africa is a fundamental part of the global economy.
There's a way the world does business and there's a way we do business.
When we put our faith and our trust in God, He's the master strategist and always directs our path. So it's a vibrant, young market with lots of energy.
Along with our diverse cultures, provide us with rich insights into God and His creativity.
There are people building businesses. So come see that Africa.
Welcome back to your Faith-Driven Entrepreneur Group. I am Peter Nagy, I'm your host. I'm the head of OASIS Accelerator, and I'm talking to you from the Nile River in Egypt. Last week, you all talked about the importance of what you say. Our words matter, but they should also be reinforced by what we do. That's the key to this next mark, ministry indeed, and it can be summed up in a pretty easy illustration. Imagine if you told me you were going to come visit me in Cairo, and I offered to pick you up from the airport and show you around. That in and of itself would be a nice thing to say, but it would mean pretty little if I left you stranded at Cairo International Airport. So it's not that the words are meaningless. Hearing someone say that you will take care of you while you're in town brings a lot of peace and comfort, but the follow-through matters. Our words and our deeds works together as part of our ministry. Faith-driven entrepreneurs see the marketplace as their area of ministry. We believe that God has placed us here to be salt and light through our actions. So we look to love our employees and our broader communities in a way that is exemplary and distinctive. This week's video gives a clear understanding of what it looks like to live out this mark. Let's check it out.
My grandfather started in Vicksburg in the Eastern Free State in 1963. And he had a filling station, so they sold fuel, and also he had a workshop. They didn't do sales of cars, but I think that's where the motor industry started for us. And a couple of years later, my father and his brother started Greyling Brews in Rights, also in the Eastern Free State.
My father was more the workshop guy and his brother was a sales guy. So they decided they want a franchise dealer. So they were the second Toyota dealer in South Africa. And that's where sales started. We grew up there. Me and Stefan, we played in the workshop. We were there all the time after school and so on.
So I, as a small child, I flew with my dad between Rights and Putarichaba on a weekly basis. We flew back and forth as he did business and to Bloemfontein and all over. So that was the magnitude of the business at that stage.
For us, it was a must that we have to find our own blueprint. And I think maybe then also define our own success, because our success was measured in what rights the family, the community expected of us. And at that stage, we felt that this is not where we need to go. We have another calling.
When I decided to come to Pretoria and start the business, I phoned him and I asked him, "Are you in?" He immediately said, "Yes, I'm in." We obviously knew now we're in big trouble, we cannot go back.
I know we have a 6-month-old baby, a bakkie, and Louis got a back payment from SARS. that actually helped a lot.
And Stefan had a BMW.
A BMW. I think the BMW was more
valuable
than the bakkie. And don't ask me what bakkie it was. We can fill you in.
I can remember.
No, I can never remember.
That was what they they started with.
Yeah.
They walked out with what they had, you know.
So there's only one way we can do it. It's going to be me and him and the Lord. That was what we realized at that stage. I remember when we started the business, if you make 70,000 Rand on those days, then I will take 7, he will take 7, and the other 7 is for the Lord's work. That's how the business started.
So we had 2 cars on the floor. It was his car and my car. So we sold our own cars. And he went to a Mercedes dealer, I think it was Cargo Motors or one of the big guys. And he said to them, oh, I've got a buyer for your 560 Merc. And they said to him, okay, that's fine. Take it and go and show it to your client. God's favor was just upon us from the start.
From day one, yeah.
Yeah. Where there's covenant between brothers and both serve God, he works with both of us. So when people come in here and they need help, or there's a place where we need to sow, if I feel in my heart and I test it with Louis, he would have felt it also the previous day or close to that date. So God is really working with us in unity. And in 25 years, we've never had a bad argument. We've never had big different viewpoints cause of respect and cause of unity.
As from the day we started Greyling Motors, there were so many opportunities for partnerships with small guys, guys that we didn't trust, good guys, guys with lots of money that really wanted to partner with us. Some good, some not so good. God really protected us. I know of one of those guys, he's still in jail today.
I think if we look at our business compared to the business we grew up in, my dad and his brother had a multi-franchise business. But still, we decided what we want was time to do what we wanted to do.
And I think how we redefine our success is that we don't want to go bigger and better. We want to be happy as family.
Stefan is definitely one of the most successful men I know. He is successful in his marriage. The way he treats me, the way he treats his kids, he's the most amazing dad. And the choices he made is one of success, but success in family life, success in life.
And for us, that defines success. To have time and the ability to plan your time, not according to a structure or a company that chases profit, but to a company that chases quality of life. We decided that we won't be working ever on a Sunday, like the trend is now. On Saturdays, we only start at 8:30 in the morning and closing at 12:30.
I've been working for Greyling Motors for the last 25 years, and it's an absolute privilege to be part of the dream team.
Like I treat Stefan, I treat every staff member that works for me. We feel every Saturday one of them must be off. We feel that the admin staff shouldn't work over weekends.
Because I studied marketing management, so I've had offers from other companies like the Premier Group. Even Toyota Hatfield offered me work, but I chose to work with Stefan because it's a family business and the type of leadership, because they're always here, always helping with deals if you're dealing with clients, or if you have any queries or any comebacks for whatever reason, clients bring their cars back, they're always there willing to help. And so that gives you peace of mind that you do have that support structure to actually do what you want to do, be the best at what you do.
We want to see that they succeed. We want them to grow. We want their children to grow. We want to be involved with them.
My name is Christina Molwantwa. I've started working at Greyling Motors from 2006 in June. I started as a cleaner, and I'm now head of the admin.
At Greyling Motors, you are part of a family. so we know their children, we know their families, we know their wives. Some of them is here for 25 years.
My name is Herman. I've been here with Greyling Motors for almost 13 years. And when you work so long together with other people, you become friends, you become a family.
It's been last 15 years, been an amazing journey here. And I think what I value most here is that we're all here for one another. But in terms of clients, you know, we're there to look after the clients. It's, as many people say, it's putting people first before profit. Showing them the right car.
People before profit. Because when you walk in Cape Town or in Natal or wherever you drive with one of our vehicles, we want you to be an ambassador for Greyling Motors. Meaning, if something comes out of your mouth, it will be positive. You will refer clients to us because of the way we treat you and because of the product we sold to you. And that's why we believe we cannot be a mega dealer and still have that quality of vehicles and that hands-on approach on customers and vehicles.
In our second vehicle, we had a little bit of a situation that happened. We went on holiday and fueled up in a place close to where we were going, and they threw petrol in the diesel, and it was a very messy story. We didn't know whose fault it was. We were back and forth the whole holiday, and the way that Greyling Motors and Stefan handled that was one of just excellence. They took the blame, even though it wasn't their fault, and it came out later that you know, it was the petrol station's fault. They paid over the money. They even gave money to us to enjoy our holiday.
At the end of the day, I think we're standing around about between 8 and 10 cars over the stretch 16, 17 years that I've known them. We became friends along the way. And I mean, if you're friends with a second-hand car dealer, you need to know there's trust and there's integrity.
And that's why we believe to really assist people in trying to specifically find out what's the right vehicle for their need. And also to sometimes get someone out of a fancy, expensive vehicle or the idea of having something very fancy to buying something cheaper that they can afford that's going to fit their budget. And that comes back to the people before profit principle.
Now, I think it's about 11 years that I've been friends and a client. I think the thing that, for me, is that Greyling Motors, they're people of integrity. When they say something, they mean it, and they do it.
I've bought probably more than 25 cars from these guys. Yeah, it's been a privilege to do business with them. I think what stands out to me is care. You know, these guys take care of you. Properly take care of you, and that's something that stood out on each transaction up to now.
Stefan always created memories for us, and the reason why I could do that is he had time. Because of the choices he made, you know?
I feel we're successful because we can be with our families as much as we want. We can go and see people that need encouragement as much as we want. Our timetable is not dictated by 8 to 5 or by profit.
Both of them look with the same eyes, out of the same glasses. And that is so special because they will see a need and they will just build them into opportunities.
I will never wake up in the morning and come to Greyling Motors without God. There's no ways. There's no ways that I will do it. We've been through tough times. God's always been with us.
What we do with and through our businesses is a way to live out the command to love our neighbor. It's possible to pursue our business ventures in a selfish way and with selfish motives. Consider the example of a non-Christian entrepreneur who, like the judge in Jesus' parable in Luke 18, does not fear God or care about people, even if he is at the very least a vessel of God's common grace through which many people can enjoy the blessing of the products or services he provides. But for you as a Christian entrepreneur who does fear God and care about people, there are several good questions to be asked. Who is your neighbor? Who am I trying to love when I do my business with integrity and excellence? How can I love and bless them more in the way I go about my business? Your neighbor is everyone in your business ecosystem. Your investors, suppliers, partners, employees, and customers. All the people who are directly involved or impacted by your business activities. So you can love your investors by working hard to deliver a good return on their investment. You can love your suppliers by meeting the conditions of your contract, most notable paying them on time. You can love your employees by creating a great work environment where they can flourish and receive fair, if not generous, remuneration for their work. And you can love your customers by thinking through how to make your products and services more affordable and better suited to their needs. Remember what Jesus says in Matthew 5:16. Let your light shine before others, so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven. The things you do will not only bless those around you, it will serve as a testimony to God. We can help others give Him glory by doing good work. Everyone you interact with has issues they are dealing with. We all do. It's part of life. Instead of keeping that stuff at home, we can invite our employees to trust us to be a listening ear. We can then dig in to provide unconditional love and tangible support. Maybe you do this through chaplaincy. Maybe you offer exceptional benefits or salaries so people can take care of themselves and their families. Maybe it is through making the greatest product that will solve a pain point for people. Thank you for listening and watching. Now spend time with your group talking about this session and how it relates to the journey you're on. Open yourselves up to learning from one another. Be open and honest with each other. What you get out of this time together will only be as rich and edifying as what you put into it. Blessings on your time.